I get it. You're 18 to 30. You work or you go to school. Maybe you even game a little bit. Or you scroll all day on TikTok. And you look in the mirror and think, why do I still look soft? You train here and there, maybe hit the gym a few times a week, but nothing really changes. You're not fat, but you're not lean either. That's what I call the skinny fat trap. And don't worry, I've been there. I was stuck, I was frustrated, and I was confused on how to actually get out of it. Until I built a system that actually works. And that's what I want to show you today. The sculpture system. It's how you go from soft to ripped in 90 days. So let me tell you a little bit about my backstory. So I always played basketball growing up, but once I stopped sophomore year, I kind of got a little soft, like you can see in the picture. I kind of was listening to what everyone online said, doing dirty bulks, then did some crash diets, random workouts, and I ended up in that classic skinny fat position. I didn't really have definition, didn't really have any strength, really no energy at all. And honestly, I hated how I looked even then when I was going to the gym. The truth is, my problem wasn't genetics, it was just the way I lived. See, most guys don't fail because they don't train hard. That's a myth. They fail because they sit all day, eat without structure, and then rely on their motivation to get them going. You might be lifting 5 times a week, but if you spend the other 20 hours scrolling, sitting, or sleeping 5 hours a night, your body is not going to change. And that's exactly what I was doing. I would train and then sit on TikTok all day. I thought I was putting in hard work, but my body was not changing because the other 23 hours were working against me. I'm not gonna lie, I got tired of just doing random stuff, so I started paying attention to the stuff that no one really talks about. I fixed my habits, I started tracking my food, walking daily, getting enough sleep, and actually training with a purpose and not doing random stuff. Within a few months, I noticed everything change. I got more energy, more muscle, less fat, and a lot more confidence. I realized it's not about doing more, it's just about doing the right things consistently. And that's when I built the sculpture plan. The sculpture system is an actual proven step-by-step method that turns soft physiques into strong and sculpted ones. And I'm not using no BS crash diets and making you do endless cardio. That shit does not work. The main 2 things that I changed were just tracking my food and tracking my habits. I didn't realize the macro and micronutrients that I were actually missing out on before I started tracking my food. Once I started tracking my habits, I did not realize how much TikTok and Instagram Reels I was actually consuming. So I've spent some time testing this myself and learning what actually works and what does not. Now I'm sharing everything I have learned in my system so you can be ripped. This system will not be for everybody. If you just want an overnight fix, or you're lazy, or you have no real drive to better yourself, you're not willing to put the work in every single day, or if you just want something easy, don't even waste my time and don't hit me up. I need people who are actually ready to commit, people who are dedicated to themselves, people who are also full of grit. I want people to break their limiting beliefs so they can finally see results. I need someone who is willing to put the work in every single day. Most of you guys think that you need all these insane diets and insane cardio and to be in the gym for 3 hours. But really all you need is structure, consistency, and someone to hold you accountable. Truth is, your body responds to structure, not luck, not motivation, and not some random workouts. That's why most guys in your position will never see real change. But lucky for you, I have made every mistake in the book, so you don't have to. So in this, there are 3 different phases that we have to go through for you to go from soft to ripped. So phase 1, we're just building your foundation. So for this first phase, we're just gonna be focusing on building habits, master simple lifting, and getting your nutrition locked in. Calories, we're gonna start at eating maintenance or just 100 to 200 under. For protein, which is the most important macronutrient for actually building muscle, 0.8 grams per pound of body weight daily. For nutrition rules, cut out all that bullshit fast food. Just track your macros. It's really not that hard. Just download an app like CalAI. And we're going to be focusing on whole foods like eggs, beef, chicken, so many more. And hydration is so key for so many body functions, for your cognitive and your physical performance. You just need to be drinking a gallon a day. For movement, We're going at least 7K steps a day. And now that's simple. Get off your ass and just go walk. In the gym, we're going to be learning compound movements. We're going to be focusing on form these first couple weeks, not the weight. You don't need all these different isolation exercises to actually build muscle. For habits, we're cutting one dopamine killer each section. Now, if you're a corn, doom scrolling, gaming, gambling, binge watching, one of them has to go each section. For the first part, we're just nailing the basics: protein, steps, calorie awareness, form, and we're eliminating distractions to keep you actually locked in. In phase 2, we're working on building and sculpting your body. In this section, we're actually dialing things in. We're building muscles, stripping fat, and we're dialing in our recovery. Calories, we're going a little bit lower, going into a 200 to 400 calorie deficit. Protein, we're upping it a bit, 1 gram per pound of body weight daily. And I don't care, 10K steps a day is not that hard. Get off your ass and walk. In the gym, we're going progressive overload in the 6 to 10 rep range. We're adding weight or reps every single week. You have mastered the basics on the compound movements, so we can go up in weight now. Habits, we got to prioritize our sleep. 7 to 8 hours every single night. Stress management, we can add some supplementation if needed. Creatine, oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's great for physical and cognitive performance. Now, ashwagandha will be added if your stress is getting a little high. Tracking, we're taking weekly progress pictures. Don't obsess over the scale too much. Focus on the actual visual changes. The scale doesn't tell the full story. Dopamine killers, we're cutting one more dopamine to reclaim focus and discipline. We're actually locking in. We're going to see muscle growth, fat loss, and you're definitely going to see visible changes in your physique. Phase 3, we're adding the finishing touches, reveal and refine. This last section, we're putting the final touches on. We're maximizing our leanness, we're really pushing the intensity up, and we're mastering our lifestyle. Calories, we're pushing it to a 500 calorie deficit, or really whatever keeps your fat loss steady without burning out. Protein, we're upping it, 1.2 grams per pound of body weight daily. Movement, for these last couple weeks, we got to up the steps just a little bit. Gym, we're training with high intensity. I mean high intensity. You got to go till failure on everything here. Massive overload and mind-muscle connection. Everything is going to be dialed in. Your nutrition, your steps, your gym, and your sleep. Dopamine killers, we got to cut that last one out so we can lock in our long-term discipline. Tracking, we're still doing photos. We're tracking our strength. Clothes are definitely going to fit differently here. Here, you'll see your full transformation. You'll be lean, muscular, disciplined, and living a lifestyle that you can actually keep. Every puzzle piece works together here. The plan isn't just about the gym or food. It's about changing your lifestyle so your body finally responds. Now, if you're wondering where you'll actually get to see the progress, you'll do it in the Sculpture Progress Dashboard. This is where you'll track your lifts, measurements, and habits. Instead of guessing, you'll see the proof of your work. Your waist coming down, arms growing, and strength going up. This will definitely keep you pushing by seeing the numbers move up. Now, before you say you don't have time, the plan will be adjusted to your busy schedule. Now, before you say you're too far gone, I thought the same exact thing. Trust me, with structure and consistency, you can break out of anything. And for you people that have tried bulking and cuts before, those don't work when you're skinny fat. You have to focus on recomposition and consistency. Bulking just makes you look fatter, and cutting just makes you look even softer. If you're ready to stop living that sedentary lifestyle, get out of the skinny fat trap, and actually see your body transform, here's how to start. Book a call in my calendar link below, or DM me on Instagram @BuiltByJordan. On this call, we'll talk about your goals, your lifestyle, and I'll show you how the sculpture plan can work for you. No gimmicks, just real results. Your transformation starts with one step. Take it today. Look, motivation fades. Discipline, structure, and the right plan are what gonna change your body. I built the sculpture plan so you don't have to waste years trying to figure it out like I did. If you're ready to change your life, stop living sedentary, and finally look like you train, book your call below or DM me right now. Let's sculpt your best self.